Toxic relationship. A toxic relationship encompasses any form of interpersonal connection where your emotional, physical, or psychological well-being faces erosion or threat. These relationships often result in feelings of shame, humiliation, or a sense of being misunderstood or unsupported. Toxicity can permeate various types of relationships, including friendships, familial bonds, romantic entanglements, or workplace dynamics. Common traits of toxic relationships include competitiveness, jealousy, and controlling behavior. In some instances, both parties contribute to the toxicity. For example, consistent unkindness, criticism, insecurity, or negativity from either side can foster a toxic environment. Alternatively, one individual may exhibit behaviors that fuel toxicity, whether knowingly or unintentionally. Past experiences or learned behaviors from upbringing may shape how people interact within relationships, leading to patterns that perpetuate toxicity. The repercussions of toxic relationships extend beyond mere discontent. They can profoundly impact one's health. Feeling isolated or misunderstood within a relationship can breed loneliness, which is known to have adverse effects on both physical and mental well-being. Toxic relationships can induce stress, cause harm, and may even escalate to abusive situations. Establishing firm boundaries is crucial in safeguarding oneself from the detrimental effects of toxic relationships. Romantic relationship. Romantic relationships are intricately woven with feelings of love and attraction towards another person, forming the foundation of a deep connection. While romantic love can manifest in various ways, it commonly encompasses a mix of infatuation, intimacy, and commitment. As these relationships evolve, they undergo significant transformations. Initially, during the honeymoon phase, individuals often experience a surge of intense passion and euphoria. This heightened state is fueled by neurotransmitters like dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin, which flood the brain, reinforcing feelings of love and attachment. However, as a relationship progresses beyond the initial stages, the intensity of these emotions tends to mellow. Yet, this shift does not signify weakening of the bond. Rather, it marks a transition towards deeper emotional intimacy and understanding. Couples begin to prioritize meaningful connections and shared experiences, valuing emotional closeness over mere physical attraction. In this stage, partners navigate life's challenges together, fostering a sense of companionship and mutual support. They develop a profound understanding of each other's needs, aspirations, and vulnerabilities, strengthening the foundation of their relationship. While the initial spark may fade, it is replaced by a more enduring flame, one rooted in companionship, respect, and unwavering commitment. Ultimately, romantic relationships transcend mere infatuation, evolving into enduring partnerships built on mutual trust, communication, and profound emotional connection. Friend zone relationship. A friend zone relationship, also referred to as platonic relationship, is a form of friendship characterized by a deep bond devoid of romantic involvement. These connections are marked by closeness, affection, and mutual acceptance. Platonic relationships can develop in various environments. Individuals may establish such bonds with classmates, co-workers, or acquaintances from different settings such as school clubs, sports teams, or organizations. These relationships play a crucial role in offering social support, which is vital for overall health and well-being. Research indicates that platonic friendships can contribute to disease prevention, lower the likelihood of experiencing depression and anxiety, and enhance overall immunity. Additionally, platonic relationships have the potential to evolve over time, sometimes transitioning into romantic partnerships. Codependent relationship. A codependent relationship typically involves an imbalanced and dysfunctional dynamic where one partner heavily relies on the other emotionally, physically, and mentally. It is common for both individuals to exhibit codependent behaviors, each taking turns in assuming the role of caregiver or recipient of care. Central to a codependent relationship is the interplay between the giver and the receiver, although the specifics can vary in intensity and manifestation. In these relationships, both partners contribute to the co-construction of the codependent dynamic. While one partner may appear more dependent or needy, The other may find comfort in being needed. For example, someone who derives satisfaction from being needed might unconsciously seek out a partner who constantly relies on them, thus diverting attention away from their own needs. It is important to note that not all codependent relationships are identical, and the severity of codependency can differ from one partnership to another. Friends with benefit. Friends with benefits, also referred to as casual relationships, typically entail dating connections where physical intimacy is involved without the expectation of exclusivity or romantic commitment. These arrangements, as noted in the Canadian Journal of Human Sexuality, can also encompass scenarios like one-night stands and casual hookups. Casual relationships exist on a spectrum, characterized by varying levels of frequency of interactions, type of engagement, and depth of personal disclosure. Such arrangements are particularly prevalent among young adults. Parasocial relationship. Parasocial relationships entail one-sided connections where an individual invests emotional energy, interest, and time in another party who remains completely unaware of their existence or the relationship itself. These relationships are most commonly observed with celebrities, musicians, athletes, and internet personalities. The development of parasocial behavior often stems from repeated exposure to media figures, leading the consumer to form illusions of intimacy or friendship with a persona. Positive information and affirmations from the media persona can reinforce a sense of connection, fostering increased attraction and a perceived progression in the relationship. Parasocial relationships are strengthened by the trust and self-disclosure exhibited by the media persona, contributing to the illusion of intimacy. With the rise of internet platforms, parasocial behavior has become more prevalent, as individuals can closely observe the lives of these media figures. This phenomenon is not new and has long been associated with highly famous celebrities like Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, and Michael Jackson, as well as contemporary figures such as Justin Bieber, Taylor Swift, and various internet personalities. Professional relationship. Professional relationships are distinctive interpersonal connections with significant implications for both individuals involved and the organizations where these relationships are cultivated. These connections directly influence a worker's capacity and motivation to succeed within their company. They can manifest within or outside the confines of the workplace environment. Professional relationships, whether positive or negative, play a pivotal role in shaping an individual's professional journey. However, the absence of workplace relationships can engender feelings of loneliness and social isolation among employees. It is important to note that professional relationships extend beyond mere friendships. They also encompass romantic entanglements. The boundary between colleague and partner can sometimes become blurred, leading to potentially detrimental outcomes such as termination or social ostracization for one or both parties involved. Open relationship. An open relationship is a form of consensually non-monogamous partnership where one or more individuals engage in physical intimacy or emotional connections with other people, often with certain conditions or boundaries in place. These relationships can occur within various romantic contexts, spanning from casual dating to marriage. Despite the existence of societal stigma surrounding open relationships, research indicates that approximately 21 to 22% of adults may participate in this type of arrangement at some point in their lives. The likelihood of engaging in an open relationship can vary based on gender, with men typically reporting higher instances compared to women. Additionally, individuals who identify as gay, lesbian, or bisexual are more inclined to have experienced open relationships compared to heterosexual counterparts. While open relationships offer benefits such as increased sexual freedom, they also present challenges including feelings of jealousy and emotional turmoil. Successful navigation of open relationships often hinges on establishing clear boundaries early on and fostering open communication to address each partner's needs and emotions effectively.